students, how are you? Hope you are all well. I'm Jayati Chaudhary. Today I am going to discuss with you Social Studies of Class 4, Chapter 2, Knowing More About India, third part. Before starting the chapter, first we are going to come to a short recap of what we have learned in the previous classes. We have seen India is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. Then we have seen India has the 2nd largest population in the world next to China. India lies wholly in the northeastern hemisphere. Then we have seen India is going to have 29 states and 7 union territories. India is going to be surrounded by 9 neighboring countries. They are Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Then we have seen the 6 physical divisions of India. The 6 physical divisions are the northern mountains, the northern plains, the Great Indian Desert, the southern plateau, the coastal plains and the island groups. Among these 6, already we have discussed number 1, the northern mountains, number 2, the northern plains and number 3, the Great Indian Desert. Today we are going to discuss the other 3, that is the southern plateau, the coastal plains and the island groups. So students, please take out your book and come to page number 17. I think you will all like the chapter and you will enjoy it out. So please come to page number 17. We are going to start our lesson. The southern plateau. The southern plateau is also known as the Deccan Plateau. The southern plateau, which is triangular in shape, is marked with red color in the map. This plateau region is triangular in shape. It lies to the south of the northern plains and extends up to the southern tip of India, that is Kanyakumari. The southern part of India is a peninsula which is surrounded by water bodies on 3 sides. The Arabian Sea on the west, the Bay of Bengal is on the east and the Indian Ocean in the south. Let us discuss now. This southern plateau is also going to be known as the Deccan Plateau. You can see it is going to be triangular in shape. And what we see, it lies to the south of the northern plains and extend up till the southernmost tip, that is Kanyakumari. Now we will see the southern part of India is going to be a peninsula. First we have to know what is meant by peninsula. Peninsula is going to be an area or land whose 3 sides are covered with water. So over here what we see, the southern part of India is going to be surrounded by water bodies on 3 sides. What are they? The Arabian Sea on the west, the Bay of Bengal is on the east and the Indian Ocean is in the south. Now we are going to read about the coastal plains. India has a long beautiful coastline on both the eastern and western sides, extending to about 7,500 kilometers. On the map, areas marked with black shade indicate coastal plains. This long coastline helps in connecting with several important ocean routes and with the rest of the world for trade and travel. Let's discuss now. India is going to have a long, beautiful coastline, and this coastline is going to be on both the sides, on the eastern side as well as on the western side. And this long coastal line helps us in connecting with several important ocean routes with the rest of the world for trade and for travel. Now we are coming to the island groups. There are groups of islands in the south of the Indian Peninsula. The Andaman and Nicobar lie in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep lie in the Arabian Sea. On the maps displayed on the screen, you can see the island groups of India, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. The Lakshadweep Islands are one of the most beautiful islands of the world. In this chapter ahead, we will read about the 6 physical features in detail. Now first, we are coming to the word island. Before this, I have told you about peninsula. Now I am going to say about island. An island is going to be a land or area whose 4 sides are going to be covered with water. So in India, we are going to have beautiful island groups. One is going to be known as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which is going to lie in the Bay of Bengal. And another one is going to be the Lakshadweep Islands, which is going to lie in the Arabian Sea. These Lakshadweep Islands are one of the most beautiful islands of the world. Please come to page number 80. Now we are coming to India, a land of diversity. There are more than 1 million people living in India. As I told you at first, India's population is going to be second in ranking. First is going to be China. They belong to different religions, speak different languages, wear different dresses and have different cultures. There are also many tribes in different parts of India. They have their own culture, language and way of life. In spite of all these differences, all Indians are united as people of one nation. This reflects unity in diversity. In the starting, I have told you India is going to be a very big country. India is going to be divided into 29 states and 7 union territories. And not only that, more than billion of people are going to be living in India. As so many people are going to be there, we are going to have different religion, we are going to see different languages, and not only that, different types of dresses, different types of culture, different types of languages and so many things. But in spite of so many differences, one thing is going to be common to we all. What is that? That we are coming under a nation which is going to be known as India. So, India is truly a land of diversity. Now, let us come to some question answer. Question number 1. What is a plateau? Give an example. Coming to answer. A plateau is a flat area of land that is elevated above sea level. Example, the southern plateau. Coming to number 2, how the long coastline helps us. The long coastline helps us in connecting with several important ocean routes and with the rest of the world for trade and travel. Next we are coming to question number 3. What do you mean by peninsula? Answer, a peninsula is an area of land surrounded by water on 3 sides. Number 4, why is India called a land of diversity? Answer, in spite of many differences like religions, caste, culture and traditions, all Indians are united as people of one nation. So India is called a land of diversity. Now we are coming to filling the blanks. Number 1, the southern plateau is triangular in shape. Number 2, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands lie in the Arabian Sea. Number 3, an island is an area of land surrounded by water on 4 sides. And number 4, India is called a land of diversity. Students, hope you are all liked the class and enjoyed it. Now please read the chapter thoroughly and do your assignment in your social study interleave copy. Thank you.